Hey guys, welcome back to Garrett's Guitar Den. So, I told you guys I was going to do a video on this. Yeah, the cheap guitar with a lot of expensive parts. But, unfortunately for you guys, I'm not going to do that one today. Uh, I had something come in here to work on that just I had to do a video on. Of a guy I work with, a friend, he wanted me to fix up something pretty sentimental to him, and I thought this would be the right thing to do, was to make a video about what it was. So let's check out what he had me work on for him. Here it is. This is what he had me work on. This is a 1903 or 1904 according to the serial number. It's a new Washburn mandolin. So this is a model 115, so it's a 9 rib on the back, bull back mandolin. So this would have had 9 ribs. These are rosewood. There's this beautiful rosewood surround, clasp tail piece like all of these. So you have your nice little clasp tail piece right there that opens and closes. So hold your strings, as you can see. It's got these beautiful peg heads. I mean, it's a gorgeous little instrument. Look at that guy. Nice, pretty aged spruce top. So this came to me because it had a pretty substantial crack that you can see right there next to the bridge and down the string line right there. So I've filled the crack. It's been glued back together with hide glue and cleated underneath in a couple spots so it won't crack again. When I called him to find out if he wanted me to sand this to get rid of the crack and then restain it with some nitro lacquer to make it blend in again, some vintage nitro lacquer, he said no. He wanted to keep the crack for a story behind the mandolin. This was his grandfather's, so it has a pretty substantial amount of sentimental value to him, and he wanted to be able to play it again because it's just a beautiful little doll of an instrument. It's got a beautiful, bright, gorgeous, big sound to it for such a tiny little guy. These were created by George Washburn. It was probably about 15 to 10 to 15, maybe $20 mandolin back in the 1900s. Which wasn't cheap. This was pretty expensive back then. You know, there were more expensive models. There was like a $30 model that had 15 or 20 ribs or something like that. But when you look at this guy, it's so beautifully done. The rosewood is gorgeous. It's aged beautifully. Even the top is just it's just aged so wonderfully. What makes this kind of unique too is that this is an ebony nut and an ebony bridge. So it's a little different than what we see today when you have like, you have like a bone nut up here and you'd have like a ebony bridge, or you'd have a thumb wheel bridge like on a lot of newer mandolins to set your action. This doesn't have that. It's just a solid piece of ebony cut and then shaped to lay. So I fixed this crack on this one. I also set up the action. It's pretty good. It's a good player. It's not, way too low, and it was way too high when it came to me. So we dropped it down. I reshaped the bridge so that it would work, and then reslotted it so that it would hold the strings where they go. The nut was perfect. The frets are in great shape. So this one has sat for a long time. It cracked because of a humidity issue, which hopefully it won't ever have again. I'm going to send it home with a nice humidifier. That way it'll stay in this kind of condition and be playable for a very long time again. It's not often I get about 120-year-old instrument here, especially something like this. And I know I'm a guitar channel, and I'm sorry, but this had to be shown. This is such a beautiful piece. If it could talk, you just have to imagine what would this little mandolin tell us today? The stories it has. I mean, it's seen 2 world wars. It's seen every other war in between that. It's got so much going on with it that you just have to respect it. And it's great to see something like this going to be back and going to be, have stuff strummed on it again. So I'm super happy. I feel kind of honored to work on something like this. It's not often, normally I'm working on guitars of any kind in caliber. Worked on quite a few pretty old guitars, but nothing gives me the 100-year-old range. So, I mean, thank you for letting me work on your beautiful piece here, Kevin. And I hope you very, very, very much enjoy playing it again. Uh, it's just gorgeous. I mean, even the little tuning heads, I cleaned them all up. They all work like they're supposed to again. They're pretty and they're shiny. They're actually coated in silver, so they shined up very nice. I thought it was right to show you guys on the channel something this cool, because it's not often we see one. So if you check out these old Washburn mandolins, they're pretty neat. They sell for okay money. I mean, it's, of course, it's not a new Gibson or anything like that, but it's the story they tell, and just the look of them. It's beautiful. It's just such a gorgeous little instrument with this big bowl. But I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment. The next video, I promise I'll do the cheap guitar with expensive parts that's sitting over there under the cat. I promise you I will get to it. I couldn't turn down the option to do this video for this beautiful instrument. So let me know what you guys think of this little guy, how you think it looks, and what you think, how you guys think it looks, and if you think it's worth showing off. Let me know. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time with that guy right there. Bye.